Hello, and welcome to my video. I like top 5 videos. If you clicked on this video, you probably do too. Or you're here because you like me. Either way, you're in luck. Today we'll be taking a look at the top 5 fake Dr. Phil guests. Now what do I mean by fake? I don't mean fake like this chick who faked 9 pregnancies to try and get a baby daddy and a free party.
She's got her mouth open, just, oh my God. At this point, she knows she's not pregnant.
No, I mean fake like people who put on a terrible persona to shock people and get attention, or the digital attention currency known as clout. So to understand this, we need to go back. Or should I say we need to go outside.
Catch me outside, how about that?
Yes, the infamous Danielle Bregoli. The spark that lit the fire that opened the gates of hell. Danielle Bregoli, bad baby, cash me outside girl, whatever you want to call her, her appearance on Dr. Phil was the single biggest meme of its time, and she spun this negative attention into a persona that made her extremely famous and extremely rich. Even Dr. Phil is embarrassed of the monster that he created.
It's not one of my finest hours.
The point is, she was the one to show the world if you act crazy on this show, you gain lots of clout, fast. And thus, many followed with the same goal in mind, coming up with elaborate stories and terrible personas to shock and gain the attention of millions. We've had a really fun time on this channel roasting several of these exact people, but today, we'll be ranking the absolute worst personas and the lengths that they will go to craft and portray themselves in this shameless way. You're going to want to see this whole video because they just keep getting crazier as the list goes on. Make sure you're subscribed with bell notifications on. Thank you so much. Number 5, the boy who pretends to be a robot from the future.
My son Oren thinks he's a cyborg from the year 2050.
Yes, a very recent guest to start out, and a big part of the inspiration for this video altogether. Many of you commented on the last video that he was doing this to garner attention for his music. They claimed he was a genius who finessed Dr. Phil. The problem is, the episode doesn't mention his music once, and frankly,
his music is trash.
I'm riding around, go.
So he basically executed an elaborate diamond heist, and the plan went perfectly, except the safe was empty. So basically this guy pretends that he's mentally ill, that he's a robot from the future, come back to save mankind. Some crazy story. He made this persona to shock people. I mean, it worked, it got a lot of views, and he even got his family to go along with it too, which is even crazier.
Learning what?
About the future.
You said you're learning about the future. I thought you were from the future.
It's insane to think that someone would go to these extreme lengths to promote themselves. Then again, there is
Juicy Smollett,
who faked a hate crime for attention. Yikes. Will the robot man's music career take off as a result of this Dr. Phil episode? That's yet to be seen. It seems like his YouTube channel has gained some steam since he went on the show. This guy was absolutely nuts, talking about himself in the third person like he's some kind of collective being.
Hello, we are Oren. You are making the assumption that everybody has these same principles and values, that everybody has read these articles.
The video's crazy. Check out the reaction, it'll be linked in the description below. Can you imagine raising a son and he goes to college and he comes back and he thinks he's a robot? What? Moving on to the next guest, we have the Instagram star. This girl. It's clear she came on Dr. Phil to grow her Instagram. She was obviously bullied growing up and now she wants to be praised for her looks. I didn't have much to say about her, to be honest, until I heard a story that she gave a job to Logan Paul's most annoying friend.
And I apologize. I am sorry.
I mean, if you're willing to suck that nasty dude's for some clout, it's not even surprising that she would go on Dr. Phil to do the same. You may ask, Booyah, why is she so fake? And to that I would say, look at her. Like, what is that? There's like so many filters, there's so much makeup, that doesn't look good. Honestly, her whole persona is so one-dimensional and shallow. When people don't have much of a personality and rely on their looks, these types of girls usually act really bitchy to fill the void where their soul's supposed to be.
Look at me now, bitches. I'm hot.
And 420.
I'm on Dr. Phil. You're not on Dr. Phil. You're all sitting at home probably eating.
What? Oh, no, I'm not eating. I'm not eating right now. Her appearance on Dr. Phil was so cringeworthy, it was evident that she was trying to use catchphrases, hoping that someone would make a meme about her or something.
My goal is to be a skinny legend.
So cringe, dude. Obviously, a lot of it worked for her. I think she did gain a ton of Instagram following from it. I mean, you can't really completely blame someone. I mean, they're kind of making it easy for you. You just go on this show and act crazy and you get attention. I mean, it kind of seems like the way to go right now. Maybe I should spend a year coming up with a plot to get on Dr. Phil. That seems like a viable step at this point. Quite possibly the craziest video I've ever reacted to. This girl faked being a racist against her own race.
I'm white.
Wait, did this black girl just say she was white?
It made me feel good to put down an African American person because it helps them stay in their place.
This is the number 3 guest because of the evidence her sister provided after she went on the show, completely exposing her as a fake.
Go watch any new Dr. Phil. All he's doing is just trying to get those controversial clicks. And this is the next girl who wants to become a meme.
It's one thing to do a crazy stunt to get attention on Dr. Phil, but it's a whole other thing to be racist for attention. To stoop so low for clout is unacceptable, and her plan completely backfired. The claims and lengths that she was going to, and the complete lack of logic about her hating her own race and not realizing what she was so obviously not natural. Telly Zelly. We all remember Telly Zelly, right? She made the biggest commitment to her persona by getting a suck my tattoo on her face. I still can't contain my laughter thinking about this.
And that's suck my
Oh! I couldn't even read it. I literally thought it said shoot me. It says suck my... Oh, dude, I feel like the only reason you get a face tattoo like that is if you're literally trying to sell your soul to the devil. It's pretty insane too if you look up like an American Girl doll commercial. She's on the commercial just years prior.
Because of my age and how young I am, I've had a lot of situations where people were like not taking me serious.
She's like a honor student going to all these things. Like, she completely did a 180. It's like, I'm starting to think at this point there's like a company out there that's just like grooming people to go on to Dr. Phil and turn themselves into a star. The Beverly Hills brat, the most extremely orchestrated fake persona on the whole entire list. Number 1, Nicolette Gray.
I am not copying Bad Baby in any way. We came from the same show, I get it, we came from Dr. Phil, but the thing is that she's the white trash version of me. She is ghetto, from Florida, grew up poor. Look at me. I'm rich, I'm from LA. She may have a record deal, but she's never gonna have a family. And her dad probably left her because she's white trash.
This was the most obvious case of someone acting extreme for attention. She knew exactly what she was doing.
Do you feel like she doesn't really connect with you and bond with you?
Yeah, I feel like Joel's the only one that cares about me.
What is she doing? Like, what is she doing? She has like lockjaw, like a crying lockjaw. Joel's the only one that cares about me. She even made a video not too long ago explaining that she was faking it, completely putting on this persona for attention. It's honestly just sad. Like,
when all of that happened, it all started out as a joke, this whole bratty persona, and then I was like, oh my god, I should write into Dr. Phil with it. And so I wrote this like whole paragraph to Dr. Phil, and they responded within like 2 days.
This girl was already rich. She was flexing, asking for G-Wagons, calling people peasants.
I need her to understand that I need at least $2,500 a month. I need my G-Wagon. There's no question. I need it. My mom's buying a Bentley for herself. Why can't I get a G-Wagon?
It was disgusting and terrible, and she went on doing this for a year after the show. It was only recently that she came out with a video admitting that it was all fake and that she was putting it all on for attention.
Literally like made up this whole bratty persona that was completely over dramatized, and all of a sudden I was on a TV show. Like,
the reason she's number 1 is because she actually came out and outed herself on this. I mean, it was so obvious what she was doing. I swear she watched the Catch Me Outside girl and she said, how about that? It was a terrible joke. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Anyways, guys, here's a quick list. I just thought this was an interesting idea, interesting concept. It's definitely a real thing. These people are really doing this. I don't know if Dr. Phil and his crew even care, because like they're getting views out of it and money out of it. So, I mean, everybody's happy, I guess. But welcome to 2020, where you can be a piece of shit and get famous. See ya.